have to fight. That's all about business, and we have to punch each other. So I think I have to change my mode of being the nice person to be a fighter. Hands are powerful, that I'm very accurate, and that I have another. I'm in another level from where I began.
All right, LDBC. This is your boy, Coach Shelton Harrison. You're live on the Coach Shelton Harrison Combat Sports Show live. And boy, I have Miss Karina Rodriguez. Okay, Invicta fighter, fresh off of her fight at Invicta 28. How you doing, Karina?
I'm very fine and very happy to talk with you.
Wow, well, you the first person because a lot of people don't want to talk to me today, but you do. I, f- I feel ecstatic. I'm really excited to talk to you today. Like honestly, and I mean that. I'm not just saying that.
Me too. I'm very happy. Like I told you before, this is my first live interview, so I'm very excited about the result of this.
That's okay. Well, the result is going to be great because you're going to make it as great as you are as great a fighter that you are.
Thank
Uh,
you.
okay, Karina, the first time, I was telling you, the first time that I ever saw you is when you fought Alexa Grasso, and now you're actually training at Lobo MMA. Like, can you tell me, like, what is it like being there training every day at Lobo? I wish I could be there.
It's a very nice gym, and when everybody's work very hard, they have a nice work ethic. Um, all the girls there are very tough girls, very disciplined girls, and that are just dedicated to their careers. They just train MMA, and they just all day is for us is MMA. When I'm in Guadalajara in Lobo Gym, all day is MMA. So I'm very happy to be in this team. It's like a year ago that I joined to Lobo Gym, and I'm very happy with the transition. I'm very happy with my team, the coaches and the girls, my teammates, my friends. I'm very happy to work with them.
So Lobo MMA, it's like a family atmosphere, right?
Yes, they are very well. It's the coaches and another coach. They are brothers. So Alexa is the niece
Niece and daughter.
of and daughter of them. So yes, it's very familiar the um, the atmosphere, and we all feel like part of that family. They make us feel part of that family. So it's very nice.
Yeah, just even, hearing these guys talk on TV and interview, they really seem like people that you can just trust. And I even noticed when you in the corner, and those guys in your corner, man, you like a sponge. Like you're very responsive to what they're telling you in the corner. I mean, is that just you being like that type of athlete that, trainers and coaches, you're easy to work with?
I hope so. I hope they think that I'm easy to work with. I'm very um, like
Committed.
committed with my coaches. I like to follow the instructions. I like to be a coachable athlete, not a hard one. Like I talk to them to her, and she's doing everything but what I told her. Like I don't want to be that student. So yes, I'm very confident with them. I trust what they told me, and that they want me to success. So yes, I think I'm a very coachable person.
Karina, you're on a 4 fight win streak, and that last fight, I just want to. Okay, I won't talk about that yet. We're gonna wait. Okay, you won 3 fights, and then your last fight, but you've been on a nice little win streak. I mean, you've been, knocking people out, submitting people. I mean, you seem like, I've watched a few of your other interviews and read interviews. You seem like this nice and calm person, but then you get into the octagon and you turn into like a monster and you just start beating these girls up. I mean, I don't know. Do you take on a whole other personality when you step inside that octagon?
Yes, yes, I try to, but I don't try because that's my personality. I'm always respectful with the other fighters, and I don't have any animosities out of the octagon or no. I don't know if Invicta has an octagon. It's like a ring. No. Um, but yes, when we have to fight, that's all about business, and we have to punch each other. So I think I have to change my mode of being the nice person to be a fighter.
Well, your
That's
biz,
that's
your
what we do. But we are martial artists, so we have to show respect out there and fight just in the ring, right? I think that's the way I try to manage my career because that's the way I feel it.
well, your business has been very, very good because man, I mean, you're on a nice little win streak. And I want to talk about your last fight. And I did a breakdown video on it. I'm like, like what are the judges, and I respect Deanna. She's a very tough competitor, but I don't know. I don't think the judges I felt like the judges didn't look at a lot of the effective striking that you did, a lot of the work that you did, a lot of the body work, a lot of the work that you did in the clinch I feel like they didn't notice any of that, but they noticed two takedowns. I mean, can you just kind of explain to everybody watching this video, okay, what you felt, and then maybe how effective striking needs to be, scored.
Yes, I think pretty much the same that you think about the fight and about the difference or the confusion about the judges' scores because yes, she did two takedowns, but she never do any damage with the takedowns. She never controlled me in the ground, and in where she was effective was to put me on against the fence or the cage,
Hmm.
and to try to maintain me there, but just holding me there, like hugging me, very strong, but just hugging me there, uh, and that's it. Lose we lost a lot of time just there, right? I like the dynamic fights that we exchange more, but she when she felt the exchange, she immediately go to the takedown. So I think that's a little bit boring fight style for me at least, but I think she likes that style and that works for her, and the judges thinks that she deserves the win just for that.
Well, well, Karina, this is your first opponent that showed you some love in the octagon because she hugged you. I mean, and that's showing you a lot of love. She loves you. Come on now. Nah, I'm just playing. I'm just playing. I just wanted to see if you laugh, and you kind of smirked a little bit. But yeah, I was really upset with the judge, and I was extremely upset. And I just thought the effective striking, they just threw that out the window. They only counted those two takedowns, and I felt like that's what they measured the fight on. And then I also felt like that they were just watching her hold you against the cage, and I'm like, man, well, man, you was hitting her like with a couple of nice little combinations, You were throwing some nice little leg kicks. You was working the body. I mean, you had a nice game plan. I mean, it was good. And I felt bad for you. Like when the decision came and I saw your face, I said, man, I feel horrible. I really do, because I know deep down you should have that fight was yours. You had a perfect game plan. She was a much bigger opponent, and you still showed your skill set. Now, where did you get those hands from? I mean, were you a kickboxer? Were you a boxer?
Well, I started my road in mixed martial arts with kickboxing, and then I practiced box here in Mexico, like huh?
Jiu-jitsu first.
No, but the hands.
Oh.
And box here in Mexico like 1 year, and I compete in amateur boxing matches. But I think I have a nice boxing skills, but in Lobo Gym, I think they take the best out of me because they
They polish.
they polish my style, my boxing, because I think it was good, but they make it better. Like really, they work a lot on my guard because I always receive a lot of punishment because yes, I like this change and I always want to throw punches, but I receive a lot too. So they work on my defense. I think my defense now is really from here to here. Before Lobo Gym, I had no defense at all. I have to accept it because I saw my other fights and I don't have that head movement, that footwork, and they make that. So I'm very happy with Lobo because they polish my striking, my hands.
Now, folks, I really, and those of y'all watching this video, when you watch this interview, I want y'all to understand what she just said. You know, she had to accept it. She took the criticism about the defense, but you can tell looking at the last 4 fights, you know, she's on a win streak. She took the criticism, y'all. She took criticism and took it and turned herself into a phenomenal fighter that you're looking at right now. Okay, so I thought that was very important that you said that because, you know, there are a lot of fighters, you know, who fight even in the same weight class as you. Excuse me, I'm a little choked up. I'm excited. They don't know how to take criticism like that, but you took like, man, my defense is not good. But in this fight, your last fight, you didn't take a lot of shots flush. I mean, your defense was it was actually good. I saw you even stepping back out of range. I saw you using your jab as a range finder, you know, and I saw you even using a variety of kicks, you know. I mean, are these type of the things that you know, they were working with you at Lobo? Like how to find your range, your distance?
Estaban ayudando el Lobo a
Yes.
buscar rango y distancia.
Yes, my coach Francisco Grasso works a lot of on that points that you say, the distance and to be in the timing and the counters when to attack and be efficient in that. So yes, they were focusing on that. And also in my takedown defense, we work a lot of that in this past camp because we knew that she's gonna try to take me down. That's we watched her last fight, and she always tried to take down her opponents. So we work a lot on the takedown defense and to if she take me down, to stand up the quickest,
The fastest way possible.
The fastest possible.
Okay. Yeah.
So that's basically what we were training for her.
Wow. Well, your takedown defense was good. It was very good, especially with her being the bigger fighter. She's very strong, but I thought you had really good takedown defense. I mean, is that something that you've worked on to help your overall game?
Yes, like I told you, that's what we were working. I never faced an opponent that was a wrestler. All my past opponents were mostly strikers, so it was for me a very good challenge to face an opponent that I knew that I knew that she's gonna try to take me down all the time, because the first time that she felt a punch, I knew she's gonna try to take me down, and that's what happened. When she first went to do 3 punches, no more than 3 she can take, and boom, she goes to the takedown all the time. She doesn't like these changes because sometimes in the 3rd round, I guess she tried to. We were like exchanging both. She was throwing me, I was throwing her, and then after 2 punches, she doesn't want to continue with that. I was like, why? It was so funny, and it was excitement at a better fight. Why are you doing this? And just put me to the cage, right? But it is what it is. Maybe she wants to win no matter what, and that's her strategy. When I saw the interview after the fight, and she said, "Well, I like to be an aggressive hugger, and when they punch me, I hug her. I hug them." So that's her fight style, and
you know exactly why she hugged you. She felt your power. She felt your power. She felt that power. She got cracked, and she said, "No, I don't want to go to sleep. I don't want to go to sleep." That's what she said. Because you probably would, she probably would have been going to sleep if she would have stood there and exchanged, because you actually went in the exchange battle. So that's why she hugged you, and she showed you a lot of love, but she loved you that whole fight. I tell you.
a lot. But that's okay, because I learned a lot of this fight. I think every fighter say I can do it. I can do more. I know more. Como que yo pude haber hecho más.
I could have done a lot more. I could have done a lot
I
more.
could have done a lot more on that fight, and you have to learn about everything. You know, I have more skills that no, I don't take the risk to do it. I have good takedowns too, but I don't take the risk to do that because I feel very comfortable on my striking. But I think I have to start to do what I'm been training, because I know I can be I can do a good fight and on the ground too. And maybe the other fighters think that I'm just a striker, but no, I can do.
You're very well rounded.
I am very well rounded, I think, and she helped me to notice that, because I can superar.
I could come back from
I can come back from this, and for every attack that she make, every takedown that she make, I can always take the best of that.
Yeah, you didn't take a lot of damage on the ground either. You know, your defense on the ground was pretty good. I mean, Karina, I'm impressed. Hey, you know, a couple more months, or you know, about a year or so, or whenever your time frame is, of working your ground game, and you really get it like to where you want it, girl, you're gonna be hard to beat, cause you already got hands and feet, or you know, you got hands and leg kicks that you know they'll get anybody attention. And the ground game is just going to make you even more, like, dangerous. Like, wow. You know, wow. Like, the first fight that I saw you, and I really, not the Grasso fight, but the next fight, your first introduction into Invicta, you fought Barbara Acoli. That's a high-level striker, and you knocked out Barbara Acoli. Like, I just want you to kind of take me back to that fight. Man, a TKO was nice.
Yeah, that was a dream debut on Invicta. Yes, she was a bigger opponent too, like taller and bigger. But yes, my hands looked awesome in that fight. I was very happy because that was my first fight coming out from Lobo gym. So I want that everybody saw a difference about my last fights and this with this training camp with them that are specialists and in striking. And I think everybody can notice that my hands are powerful, that I'm very accurate, and that I have I'm in another level from where I began fighting.
Okay, guys, she said her hands are powerful. Karina, you might want to hold those hands up so people will know, you know, so people can see how powerful those. Man, look at that fist. There they go right there, guys. Let me tell you, those fists, they knocking people out. They submitting people. They making people hug her to death because they powerful. Yeah, you're very powerful, especially your right hand. But you know what? I've actually seen you know, throw some good power shots with your left hand. Now, is that something you're developing, your left hand power as well?
Yes, we work on both hands. I love my right hand. That's my favorite punch, you know, because it's very powerful. But I also use a lot more my left hand because it's the one in front, I think, and maintain the distance with the opponent and don't let her to get closer. So, but it's very strong too. We have to make it's not just for like touching. It has to make some damage too. So I work both hands. I love the boxing. I love boxing. Okay. Period. I love to punch faces. I don't know. It's very fun.
Yeah, I know you like punching faces. You are an undercover killer in there. That's what you are. You know, punching faces is good. It's good for you. It makes you feel good, and you get rid of some of that stress. I bet your next fight though, wow, man, I think you're gonna be a little bit you know, ready to go because those judges. Yeah, man, I can't get over it. But you know what? I like the fact how you've already got a game plan. You're not harking on it. You've got a game plan now for the future. Okay, now your weight class. Are you gonna stand in the flyweight division? Or are you gonna go to the strawweight division? Because this fight was at a catchweight, your last fight. So I mean, what?
In the catchweight, she just didn't make weight. This wasn't the catchweight. I make weight, 124.7, I think, and she makes 128. So it wasn't a catchweight. I don't know why they put catchweight on the presentation of the fight, but she missed weight. That's it.
And they fined her, what, 20% of her purse, right?
Yes.
Okay. Well, hey, you got 20% more reasons to be a little bit more happier. Hey, that's good. But
Yeah.
But let me ask you, who do you think they're going to put you in there? Okay, first of all, are you going to stay at flyweight, or are you going to go back to strawweight, or and then second, who do you think they're going to match up with?
I've never been in strawweight.
Never.
When I fought Alexa Grasso was a flyweight.
Wow.
She went down the category.
She changed her category to strawweight, but I'm always be a flyweight. Maybe I'm a small flyweight compared to the other athletes that we are used to seeing. Like I saw them a little bit bigger than me, and I don't know. I have to talk with my coaches. I come back to Guadalajara tomorrow, and we haven't discussed my next movement, and so I don't know if they have plans for me to go to another weight category, or stay here and maybe make me bigger or stronger.
Okay. Girl, you got options. You got two options. God almighty. And you disciplined. Okay, I want to ask you a couple more questions, and then I'm going to turn it down. And then I got to meet your translator over there, because this guy's awesome. Who is this guy?
He's here. This is my boyfriend.
Okay, well, your boyfriend is an awesome guy. He translating well. I like this guy. At the end of the video, man, he got to come in and wave or do something, man, because this guy's awesome. Okay, and appreciate you over there. Yeah, you got your own personal translator. I love it. Yes. Okay, so now with this fight behind you, you're looking in to the future. In a couple of years, where do you see yourself at? What kind of goals do you have?
I don't know. I don't like to think a lot of that, because when I started fighting, I wasn't a young girl like others. Like I started at my 15 or 16 years. No, I started like on my 26 years old, something like that. I don't remember exactly. I started practicing martial arts, like I told you, kickboxing and boxing, like on my 23 years. But I started fighting like at 26. So I remember I always say, no, when I am 30, I'm gonna end this, and this is over, and I don't want to know everything. But I always say, one more year, maybe one more year, and I don't know, because this last months, like 8 months, I was here, and then with Invicta, I feel like I make a huge step, because I'm always fighting here in Mexico, and I want to fight international. So when Invicta gave me the opportunity, I was very, very happy, and so I'm enjoying the journey. I don't know when it's gonna end. I don't know. I think I'm going to continue fighting until I stop enjoying this feeling. Everything about fighting, the training, the diet, the sparrings, all the fight week, and the interviews, and the fight.
God bless you. God, boy, that's motivating me. I'm motivated. God, man. Okay, so you taking it one day at a time, then?
Yes, at this point I am totally. I'm not planning when I'm going to stop. Right now I don't want to. After the fight, I just want to go back and lift weight to be more stronger, and take all the heavy girls,
yes,
to throw them away. I want to just lift a lot of weights. I'm very enthusiastic about the idea to go back to training. I'm very, very, and I want to. I just wondering what Invicta have for me.
Karina, I just got to tell you, and I can't end this interview without telling you this. Boy, the UFC, they got that new flyweight division, brand new division, with so many people that you could probably beat up. And man, Could you ever see yourself in the UFC in that flyweight division?
Of course, of course. I make that picture in my head a lot of times. I want to be there because that's the biggest scenario of MMA. I'm very happy with Invicta. Invicta treat me very very nice. They are very nice person. Shannon and all the staff are super cool people, and they give me the opportunity, and I really enjoy to fight.
Mm. Now, Shannon Knapp,
But I want to fight on UFC, of course.
Shannon Knapp, she gave you some props, Shannon. She gave you a lot of props just now. And thanks to Invicta, the women really get to showcase their talents, you know. Invicta, to me, I think it was a big trend shift in women's MMA because they focus on the women, which, a lot of organizations, they don't focus on the women. You have like one or two, women fighting in the card, but you got women headlining the card. You got women on the prelims. You got women in the mid card, the co-main events. I mean, Invicta is really good for the sport of women's MMA. So, like, do you think in this on the grand scheme of things, what do you think? When do you think that you actually fight for a title?
I think if
If I would have won.
if I would have won the last fight, maybe they start to consider me for that. But I don't know how much this lose
It's gonna set me back.
it's gonna send me back. I don't know how much steps I had to go
Recuperate.
up again. I think I was on a very good streak of winning, and I'm like on their heads for a title.
Shannon, come on now. Come on, Shannon. You saw the fight, and I'm talking to you, Shannon Knapp. I'm talking to you. When you watch this video, you know that she was winning this fight, Shannon. Title shot right here. Next flyweight champion. I'm looking at her.
Yeah, but I already know that I have to win another fight and make a real good statement to make them sure that I deserve a title shot, and I'm gonna do my best my next fight, and I'm gonna work hard, and I'm gonna risk more on the ring because sometimes I have friends that told me you look very careful with Elsa, very careful and defending and this and that, and we need more aggressiveness. I think it's a nice opinion. I have to be more aggressive, and I'm gonna be more aggressive.
Yeah, you know what? I can half agree with that, but see, it's different when you get in there. It's different. I used to box, and I used to have people tell me all the time, man, you should have pushed the action. Well, my nose broke. Golly, well, I can't breathe out. My nose is broke. Or my jaw swollen. Dang it, I can't bite down on my mouthpiece like I want to. So, it's different if you in there. It's different. So, I think you made the adjustments you needed to make, and that's why it looks like you hadn't been in a fight. And the other person looked like she was in a fight because you were hitting her with that right hand. That right hand was powerful. Very.
Thank you.
Well, you know what, Karina, I don't want to keep any longer. I appreciate. Look, this, I stopped breathing heavy because I'm actually interviewing you, but I want to thank you, for allowing me to just talk to you, for this 20-25 minutes. I appreciate it. Do you have any people that you want to, give thanks to, or I call it a shout out?
Well, I just want to thank everybody that supports me, my sponsors, my fans that they all the time writing me to wish me good luck, and that they were praying for me and all that. That it's very valuable
Valuable.
valuable for me. It's they don't know how special is for us to receive all that kind of support, and most on the fight week. And then when you don't have your hand raised like the last fight, and then you start and to writing me that they still are with me, and they still want to me to like they are with me, doesn't matter what. So my sponsor, the fans, and my friends, my family, everybody, thank you, my coaches. That's it.
I'm with you right now. Hey, I'm with her, man. She didn't get her hand raised, but God Almighty, Karina, it's been very awesome to talk to you. And Mr. Boyfriend, you got to get in the camera, man, and wave, do something, man, because the translator. This is Karina's boyfriend, and what's your name?
My name is Vinny.
Vinny?
Yes.
Vinny, thank you for translating, man. Thank you. I
Oh,
appreciate you, man.
anytime, coach.
You're an awesome guy, man. Now, do you get to get in the gym and work out with her?
No, of course not.
Okay, okay. And the dog, what's the dog name?
My daughter, Bailey.
Bailey. How you doing, Bailey? All right. Well, that dog don't look to it. That dog looks sleepy.
Yes, she wasn't kicking on my leg, but
Oh,
I want her to make her first appearance.
okay. Well, shame on you for waking up the dog. You ought to be ashamed of
I
yourself.
know.
Hey, Karina, could you do one more thing for me before you go?
Yes, of course.
Could you do a drop for me? Like, could you say, I'm I'm Karina Rodriguez, and you're watching Coach Shelton Harrison.
Yes. I'm Karina Rodriguez, and you're watching Coach Shelton Harrison.
Wow. I should ask you to say it in Spanish. But I'll tell you, hey, that was good.
¿En Spanish?
Yeah.
Hola, soy Karina Rodriguez y estás viendo al Coach Shelton Harrison.
Oh, right. Okay. I understood what you said. That's because you said it the first time in English. Well, guys,
Okay.